We'll recite this verse from Chaitanya Bhagavad, today being Nityananda Tredashi. Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro
Ajanulambita bhajo kanakavadato
Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro
Sankirtanika pitaro kamalaya taksho
Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo
Vishvambharo dvijavaro yugadharmapalo
Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo
Vande jagatpriya karunavataro
Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. Questions?
Ajanulambita bhujo kanakavadito
Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavataro
Sankirtanai kapitaro kanalayatakso
Sankirtane kapitaro kamlayatakhyo
Vishvambharo dvijavaro yugadharmapalo
Vishvambharo dijavaro yugadharmapalo
Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro
Vande jagat priyakaro karunavataro. Reading the translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Prabhu, whose arms extend down to their knees, who have golden yellow complexion, and who inaugurated the congregational chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Their eyes resemble the petals of the lotus flower. They are the maintainer of the living entities, the best of the Brahmanas, the protector of the religious principles for this age, the benefactor of the universe, and the most merciful of all incarnations. You will be reading the book of translation. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshanu Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha कृपा सिंधु भैरव पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. So today being the most auspicious day, Nityananda Trayadashi. Vrindavan Das Thakur, he tells for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, there are two most auspicious days. And the two most auspicious days are nothing but the appearance of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is Gaur Purnima. So all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they celebrate these days the most holy day, and they have, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, they are the one who have come here to give the holy name. They are the one who are protecting the religious principle, as we just read in the translation. Adhana Namita Guru Kanakavagaro, Sankirtani Kapitro Bangayaka, Vishwam Bharo Dijavaro Yuga Dharma Bhava. They are the one who have inaugurated the Yuga Dharma of this Kali-yuga, that is chanting of the holy names of the Lord. They are the maintainer of all the living entities and the best of the Brahmanas, and they protect all the religious principles. So we celebrate these days by hearing their glories, we celebrate these days by chanting the holy names of the Lord, and we celebrate these days with full enthusiasm just to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Do you want to use this?
No.
No? Where's the remote? Shut this off. Who's got the remote? Kill it.
With love.
Okay, I fixed the sound. This panel has to be on. There was no light. When you see the light, then you know it's working.
Okay. For this?
Now it's working. It's not just a plug, it's also this panel. So now you have to check it. Is it checked? Narad Muni said he'll check it. I just turned it on. They don't know how to, they forget to turn this on. So I turned it on and it's plugged in. So check. Sound check, talk.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so now
Hare Krishna.
very good. So make sure this light's on.
All your instructions also are recorded.
So who is Gaur-Nitai? Or who is Nityananda Prabhu? Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Nityananda Prabhu is none other than Balram. Lord Balram is none other than Lakshman, Anantashesh. So he's coming here in the mood of servant. Balram always is in the mood of serving Lord Krishna. So Balramji is always in the mood of serving Krishna, and here Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he is also in the mood of serving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see many pastimes in which, it has been this service bhav of this seva bhav of Lord Nityananda Prabhu is manifested. We know this pastime that Lord Nityananda Prabhu had been traveling all over the different holy places. He could have preached the holy name of the Lord. He could have preached to all the living entities. He saw that the people were materialistic and they were not at all following any regulative principles, not at all doing anything spiritual. He could have preached to them. He had that potency. But he was waiting for the instructions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Till the time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Nityananda Prabhu, he did not start preaching. So he always was in the mood of servant, and he always wanted to serve Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he's always in the mood of serving actually. And what about special qualities about Nityananda Prabhu? We sing in this bhajan, Akuroda Parmananda Nityananda Ram, Abhimana Shunya Haite Nagare Vinan. In this, Nityananda Prabhu is always wanting to give this holy name, always wanting to give the mercy to the Kalyuga Jivatmas who are suffering actually, who are suffering in this material world, suffering in the cycle of birth, death, old age, disease, who are suffering due to lust, greed, anger, envy, illusion, pride, and they are always carried away with their own concoction. They are always carried away with their own program of sense gratification, and they have no attraction for serving the Lord. They have no attraction to come and hear the scriptures, or they have no attraction. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the one who comes and gives this message to all the living entities. We can estimate the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. One of the preachers, while glorifying Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was telling this very beautiful thing. He was telling Lord Krishna always expected that every living entity to surrender. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja. Unless you come and surrender to me, I will not accept you. That is the criteria what Lord Krishna has kept. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also kept the criteria that at least you come and chant the holy name of the Lord. And Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful that he used to go and ask the living entities to chant the holy name of the Lord. So he was giving this example that when a student goes for the exam, writing an exam, there is a criteria for getting pass, getting a first grade. So getting passed is like Lord Krishna, or 65% is the percentage is required for passing the exam. So that criteria has been set by Lord Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it little more reduced. He told, okay, you just come and chant the holy name with faith and don't commit any offenses towards devotees, and I accept you. That Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. So it's like 35%. But still Lord Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu is so merciful. He told you just come and sit in the exam. Don't write anything on the paper and I'll make you pass. That is the thing Lord Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is. He told if you have just faith that Lord Nityananda Prabhu will deliver me, then it's like just you come and sit in the exam and I'll just make you pass. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is more merciful. He's very merciful, and his mercy is very, very important for us. We cannot understand we cannot enter the mood of understanding Lord Krishna, Radharani's and Krishna's mood actually. What is required is mercy is required. Without mercy, it's not possible for us to enter. We sing in this song, Gauranga Bolite Kabe. Araka benitai chandra karuna hoibe samsara vasana mura kabe tu jahabe. Unless we give up this vasanas, samsara vasana, how is it possible that we get to know the mood of Lord Krishna and Radharani? So it's not possible, and this mercy has been given only by Nityananda Prabhu. Arakabe Nitai Chandra. Only by Nityananda Prabhu's mercy it is possible that we are able to give up this samsara vasanas. Or as for a living entity, it's very, very difficult. A living entity has been engrossed in sense gratification, in the three modes of material nature. The modes are acting so strongly upon the living entity that with his own strength, it's not possible for the living entity to come out of these modes. But it's only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Arakabe Nithai Chandra Karuna Bahoibe. When he does the mercy, then all this samsara vasana, these will be removed from the heart of the living entity. We sing in this one more song, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More. Ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Bolo Kana Karo Ami Bada Dukhi. A living entity is always in a very miserable, suffering state actually. Very, very sorrowful state. Unless he, Nityananda Prabhu, whose name itself tells that, he is full of ananda. And he can only provide that ananda for the living entity. And if we understand each and every living entity or each and every soul is looking for that ananda, that bliss, what is missing. He wants to enjoy that ananda. And this ananda is experienced only when Nityananda Prabhu or gives that pleasure to us. So this is only possible when Lord Nityananda Prabhu is very, very merciful. And what he asks, Nityananda Prabhu is asking nothing. He's just asking for very simple thing. He's asking only Shraddha. He's asking the faith. If you have faith in me, if you just have faith in me, just chant the holy name of the Lord. And you will be Bhajo Gaurango Kaho Gaurango Laho Gaurangera Namre. He just wants that everyone chant the Gauranga's name, his master's name. Laho Kaho Gauranga, Bhajo Gauranga Kaho Gauranga, Laho Gaurangera Namre. If we are able to do this thing, Lord Nityananda Prabhu is very, very merciful. He will just accept everyone, and he will just accept everyone and give him the greatest mercy. So, we'll just describe a little bit about Lord Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes. Since today is his appearance day, it's very, very auspicious to hear his pastimes. So Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he has taken birth in Ekachakradham. Ekachakradham is in the Radha Desh, and his parents, his father was Hadai Pandit and mother was Padmavati. And when Nityananda Prabhu took birth, actually everyone in the village was so attracted to Nityananda Prabhu. Everyone was so attracted that they were not ready to give up his association for a single moment. In fact, it is told that Padmavati and Hidai Pandit, when they used to go to the farm, they used to take Nityananda Prabhu with him. And they used to be with him throughout the day. And they used to go take him to the market, take him to the temple, everywhere. It was like Nityananda Prabhu was not separable from the parents. And Nityananda Prabhu was so very wonderful in playing with his friends. Nityananda Prabhu, when he was very small boy, around 4 years, 5 years of child, he used to perform all the dramas. He used to perform the drama of, he used to make one devotee or one of his friends as a representative of earth, another as lying on the ocean of lying on the ocean as Mahavishnu, and Brahma and all the other demigods used to come and they used to pray to Lord Vishnu, and then Mother Earth used to come to Brahma, and they used to enact all the pastimes of Lord Krishna. One time Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was so absorbed in these pastimes that it is told that he enacted the pastimes of Ramayana about Lakshman. And when Lakshman was hit with the bow, with the arrow, and he fainted, and he did not get up from that place, and everyone was shocked. What is happening? That Lakshman has been hit, Nityananda Prabhu has been fallen to the ground, and there is not a single moment of air which is passing through. Everyone was in great anxiety throughout the village. Everyone was thinking what is happening to Nityananda Prabhu, and they were enacting the pastime of Ram and the war between Ram and Ravana. And then everything was going on, and everyone was in great anxiety. And immediately one boy remembered that before he fell down, he was told that you should go and get the Sanjeevani and apply it to me. Then only I'll get up. I'll be back to consciousness. So that child, that friend of Nityananda Prabhu, he went and he brought a flower in the form of Sanjeevani Budi, and then he applied it on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Hanuman brought it and applied it on Lakshman. He applied it, and then immediately Nityananda Prabhu came back to life. Everyone was stunned that how Lord Nityananda Prabhu, even though such a small child, he knows all the pastimes. And they used to ask him, how do you know all these pastimes? And Nityananda Prabhu just used to smile and tell, these are all my pastimes. I have enacted them earlier. So, and this is how, Nityananda Prabhu was so very absorbed. And then at the age of 12, Nityananda Prabhu, a mysterious sannyasi, had come to Ekachakradham. And while serving Hridaya Pandit, he asked the sannyasi, what gift can I give you? How can I serve you? You please let me know, I'll fulfill all your desires. And during that time, Hridaya Pandit had asked, that sannyasi had asked that, I am traveling all over the holy places. I need one assistant, and I want Nityananda Prabhu. as my assistant. And immediately Padmavati and Hadai Pandit, they were like broken hearted. They did not knew what to do, because now they have given the word, they have to fulfill the promise. And immediately Lord Nityananda Prabhu was handed over to the mysterious sannyasi, and the mysterious sannyasi took Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and then he went away from Ekachakradham. It so happened that all the devotees, in fact, Hadai Pandit and Padmavati, they became very speechless. For 3 months, they could not sleep because of separation from Nityananda Prabhu, and they were cast into ocean of suffering because of the separation. And both the parents disappeared very soon because of the separation. And then what had happened to Ekachakradham was no one could reside there, because it became like everyone was getting mad after the love of Nityananda Prabhu, and they had to abandon that village and they had to move away from that village. So that was the love what Nityananda Prabhu had bestowed upon that residents of Ekachakradham. And Nityananda Prabhu, he traveled to all different holy places with this sannyasi. He traveled to Gaya, he traveled to Prayagraj, Ayodhya, Varanasi, Mathura, Vrindavan, Gokul, Mahaban, Hastinapur, Badrikashram, Kanyakumari, Tirupati, all over the India. He traveled to all the holy places. He went to Vishnu Kanchi, Shiva Kanchi. At Shiva Kanchi, he saw the Shivites, the devotees of Lord Shiva fighting with the devotees of Lord Vishnu. And seeing this fight, Lord Nityananda Prabhu was laughing internally, seeing that externally they are fighting for their small things. And then eventually, Lord Nityananda Prabhu was, the sannyasi left him, and then the Lord Nityananda Prabhu was traveling all alone. And during his travels, he met Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri, when he was traveling with other Vaishnavas, he was traveling all over the different holy places. And during their boat travels, Lord Nityananda Prabhu met him, and he could understand that just by seeing Madhavendra Puri, he felt such ecstatic love. And Nityananda Prabhu also felt the same ecstatic love just by seeing Madhavendra Puri. Both of them were ecstatic seeing each other, and they could just not understand who each personality was. But then eventually when they spoke, Nityananda Prabhu was telling, I have traveled to so many holy places, but I have never seen such ecstatic love which is emanating from your heart. And it is because you are carrying Krishna with you. And then they had wonderful conversation about Lord Krishna, Madhavendra Puri and Nityananda Prabhu. And day in and day out they were discussing. Eventually when the time of departure had come, Nityananda Prabhu had asked Madhavendra Puri that I want to take initiation from you. And this is how Nityananda Prabhu got initiated from Madhavendra Puri. And he's considered the supreme spiritual master for Nityananda Prabhu. And then eventually after residing to different holy places, Nityananda Prabhu came to Vrindavan. And Vrindavan, he resided there. And he stayed there for 20 years till the time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born and inaugurated the movement of holy name. After returning after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in Gaya from Ishwarpuri, and till the time he returned to Mayapur Navdeep, till that time Nityananda Prabhu resided in Vrindavan. At Shingaravat, there is a place, a very holy place called Shingaravat, and there he used to dance and play with all the cowherd boys, enacting his pastimes there. But then he roared very loudly when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken birth, and that roar was very, very tremendous. All the living entities could feel that roar. Only no one knew who was roaring, but it was because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come in this material world. Lord Nityananda Prabhu had roared very, very loudly. And then Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu and Gaurang Mahaprabhu, they come and meet each other at Navdeep. And how does this take place? It's very wonderful. First time Lord Nityananda Prabhu in his, Krishna and Balram, they are meeting it in this incarnation as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So during that time, just before coming, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a dream that a very wonderful personality, will be coming the next day. He'll be coming on the chariot, with a blue dhoti and his arms, long arms extending to his knees. He had lotus-like eyes, and he had curly hairs, and all this very beautiful description of Lord Nityananda Prabhu had been described, and he's coming in a chariot. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understood. He called his devotees and he told, you should go and search that this mysterious personality has already arrived in Navdeep. I want to go and meet him, but you should find him. Where is he? So he sent Srivas Thakur and Haridas Thakur to go and search for this personality. They searched all over Navdeep, and for 9 hours, and still they could not find this personality. And after going through all different places, he could not. They came back and reported back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we could not find Nityananda Prabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told he's a very mysterious personality. He cannot, unless he reveals himself, no one can understand him, or no one can, no one can know him. So he told, let me take you, all of you, to meet this personality. And during that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, leading the Harinam Sankirtan, he went towards the house of Nandanacharya. Nandanacharya's house is considered to be an house where, all devotees, whenever they want to hide themselves from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they used to go and hide in Nandanacharya's house. In fact, it is Advaita Acharya who also hid him when when he wanted to meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself had was hiding one time in Nandanacharya's house. So it was at Nandanacharya's house that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Lord Nityananda Prabhu for the first time, and he met him, and they were like stunned, seeing each other. They were having kirtan. Srivas Thakur was glorifying Krishna and Balram, from Srimad Bhagavatam, and just by hearing that prayer, Nityananda Prabhu started dancing in ecstasy, and Nityananda Prabhu was jumping in the air and falling on the ground, as if his bones will crack, but nothing had happened, and he was laughing. He was, sometimes on the floor paying obeisances, sometimes clapping, sometimes his hair stood on the end, and sometimes he was crying. He was running around, and that is how no one could understand where Lord Nityananda Prabhu was. Everywhere, you see there was Nityananda Prabhu visible to everyone, and he was like, and he was roaring like very loudly. So it is told in Chaitanya Bhagavat then that when he was roaring so loudly, Lord Gaurang Mahaprabhu will protect the eardrums of all the devotees, so that the eardrums should not crack. So, and it was the first meeting, Krishna and Balram meeting each other, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu meeting, Ram and Lakshman meeting for the first time. So this is where Lord Nityananda Prabhu met, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And ahead, if we go in Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is told that, they celebrated the Vyas Puja at Srivas Thakur, Srivas' house. During the Vyas Puja ceremony, Lord Nityananda Prabhu was in such a avadut that he was in ecstasy always. So in the night, he broke all the pots when he stayed at the Srivas Angan. In ecstasy, he was dancing in ecstasy and he broke all the pots. And this is, Ramai Pandit came back and reported this to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is your Nitai. He is breaking all the pots. If you don't come and, tell him, he will break away the house also. And then immediately Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he told you, now it's time, Nitai, let's go and take bath. So when he went to Ganges to take bath, Nityananda Prabhu jumped in the Ganges, and he was swimming so fastly that and then he wanted to catch the crocodile. All the people, all the devotees were chanting, "Hi, what is happening?" He's catching a crocodile. And immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Nitai, it's time we have to return. And then immediately Nitai came back to the shores of the bank of Ganges, and they returned back actually to the house to celebrate the Vyasa Puja. And during that time, Vyasa Puja, Srivas Pandit, actually he gave the garland to Nityananda Prabhu, to garland to the Vyasdev. And then, he was not garlanding for some time. He was just taking it in the hand and not garlanding anyone. And then, Srivas Pandit, he comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and tells, please tell your Nitai that, he should garland Vyasadev. And then, seeing this, as soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came near to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Nityananda Prabhu garlanded Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Understanding who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the original Vyasadev is here, standing in front of me. And then immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being so pleased with Lord Nityananda Prabhu, showed the Shadbhuj form, Shadbhuj form to Lord Nityananda Prabhu and all the devotees. He showed the form of, holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, plow and the club in his hand. So this was first time Lord Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showing the Shadbhuj form to the world, by holding this thing. There was one more time when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had showed his Shadbhuj form. That was to who was it? He showed it to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. This is echoing a much. Hare Krishna. Yeah, at Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's, at his home, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his Shadbhuj form. In that Shadbhuj form, he was holding a bow and arrow, a chakra, bow and arrow, and then he had flute in two hands, and then he had kamandalu and a danda in his other hand. So this was the Shadbhuj form which was shown to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So we all know this pastime of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving the instruction to Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur that you should go out and give this holy name to each and every living entity who is there. You should not discriminate. Indiscriminately you should go out and tell everyone to chant the holy name of the Lord. And we know how Lord Nityananda Prabhu had delivered Jagai and Madai. There is a very beautiful pastime, of Jagai and Madai getting delivered by Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is this echoing a little bit? I don't know. Is it proper? Okay. So, I don't want to go in detail with Jagai Madai pastimes. Every one of you know this Jagai Madai pastime. But there are many different things. There is one aspect of Lord Nityananda Prabhu which is very important, which I wanted to discuss, is without Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, if we see, no one could approach Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. If we see the example of Jagai Madai also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to take the chakra and kill Madai. But then, he was saved by Lord Nityananda Prabhu. In fact, if we see, without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, we see the example of this pastime also, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while going to Shantipur, he visited the house of the pretender sannyasi, and the sannyasi was offering bliss to Lord Gaurang Mahaprabhu. And it is told that why did Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited that place? It is because, Nityananda Prabhu saw that, this sannyasi, even though he was a pretender, but he was very innocent and he never committed any Vaishnava aparadh. So that is why he wanted that he should receive the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That is the only reason Nityananda Prabhu takes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the house of this sannyasi. And if you see the pastimes of, Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was struggling in his life to receive the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. He was always surrounded with soldiers, and never was a time that he could give up the family life and go back to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In fact, in his heart, he wanted to go and be with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But then Lord Nityananda Prabhu had come to Panihati, and there, he gave the mercy to Lord Raghunath Das Goswami. And immediately after Panihati festival, within some time, Raghunath Das Goswami got an opportunity to leave his home and come back to serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if we see Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, how did they receive mercy? It was at Ramakeli that they first approached Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur. Without approaching, they could not approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. So it was Nityananda Prabhu's mercy that Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami could receive the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We see the pastime of Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur, when he was when he wanted to visit Ekachakra Dham, when he went to Ekachakra Dham, it was Lord Nityananda Prabhu who came in the form of a Brahman, and he showed him the complete Ekachakra Dham. He was taking Narottam Das Thakur to different holy places, and he was telling, this is the place where Lord Nityananda Prabhu was born. This is the place where, he used to play, all the pastimes with his covered voice. And this is the place where that mysterious sannyasi had come. And this is the place where he took the sannyasi. And Narottam Das Thakur was feeling great ecstasy just by hearing all the pastimes. And after that, Nityananda Prabhu immediately vanished. This Brahmana vanished after that. And then he was feeling such separation from this Brahmana that he could not understand who is this Brahmana who has come and showed me such wonderful mercy upon me. And during that time, again he manifests himself as Balramji, this Brahmana as Balramji and Nityananda Prabhu. So it was Nityananda Prabhu who told him that, he should, after this, Narottam Das Thakur goes back to his village and then he starts preaching the glories of the holy name. And in fact, Nityananda Prabhu comes in the dream of Narottam Das Thakur and tell him to take bath in Padmavati river also. So it is always Nityananda Prabhu who was there. If we read Chaitanya Charitamrita also and Chaitanya Bhagavat, it is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, getting instruction to go to Vrindavan was because of Nityananda Prabhu. Without Nityananda Prabhu's instruction, it was not possible for Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to go to Vrindavan. And it was Nityananda Prabhu's instruction that he should go and receive the association of Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. And there he heard all the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he had written it in the form of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was Nityananda Prabhu's blessings. And in fact, if we see the Vrindavan Das Thakur also tells that how Nityananda Prabhu has been so merciful that without his mercy I could not write Chaitanya Bhagavat. So all the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been propagated only by Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. Without his mercy, it is not possible for us to understand the glories of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And who is Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu? Gauranga is none other than Radha Krishna. So, we want to understand, we want to enter into the mood of Vrindavan. It's not possible to enter without, getting the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu, we hear this beautiful pastime also of Nityananda Prabhu, where he, gives this mercy to the thieves, thieves, the dacoits, though they wanted to, when Nityananda, they were attracted by the golden dhoti what Nityananda Prabhu was wearing. They were attracted by the beautiful ornaments what Nityananda Prabhu was wearing. And they were the worshipper of Kali, of Durga Devi. And they were wanting to get Nityananda Prabhu's all jewelry. So at first night, they wanted to attempt and rob Nityananda Prabhu. But then it was not possible. They were just waiting for the right opportunity, and then just waiting, they went back to sleep. It was Maya Devi who made them go back to sleep. And then eventually what had happened, next day when the sun rose, they were awakened and they were very surprised that where is Nityananda Prabhu? Oh, we lost the opportunity to rob him. And then immediately next day they planned that, that we will definitely go and rob Nityananda Prabhu. So next day when they took their swords and other weapons to attack Nityananda Prabhu in the night, those swords actually became, each robber had fallen into a pit of, one robber fell in the pit of scorpion, one robber fell in the pit of snakes, and one robber was haunted by the ghost, and other was in a very miserable condition actually. His body was about to be, his body was dying only. And the head of the gang, he was thinking, who is this personality? We are trying to rob him, for so much time, but we are not able to understand who this personality is. And then he was praying to this personality, that is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then he understood that, I should take shelter of this personality rather than start robbing him. And then as soon as he started praying to this personality, all the miserable condition of the life, in which they were there, they vanquished. And they were in ecstasy just by coming to this place. And they went next day to Lord Nityananda Prabhu's, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who was taking bath in the Ganges. And then that time, they fell and they took complete shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And this is how Lord Nityananda Prabhu was ordered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that he could not go and preach the message because he was a sannyasi. But he, as Nityananda Prabhu, if he gets married, then he can go and preach to all the living entities without any discrimination. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells that one should not doubt Nityananda Prabhu. Even if Nityananda Prabhu holds a bottle of wine, or if he is in with a woman also, one should not doubt, because his intention is always to give mercy upon the living entities. So that was Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's blessings. In fact, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told all the living entities, all the devotees in Navadvip at one time, that one who wants to get out of this material world, one who wants to get out of this cycle of birth and death, and one who wants to give up this lust which is attacking a living entity, for that, what should one do? Is one should tear the kupin of the Lord Nityananda Prabhu and wear it on his head. That was the instruction Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had given. And it was like, that is because without the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, it's not possible that a living entity can be saved from this cycle of birth and death. So today, being very auspicious day of Lord Nityananda Prabhu's appearance, we pray that he bestows his blessings, his mercy upon all the living entities, and especially on us, so that we have the faith to chant the holy name. And what is Nityananda Prabhu asking? He's not asking anything. He's just asking two things, that please chant the holy name of the Lord with complete faith. That is what he's asking. Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna Siksha. If one is able to do this thing, just chant the holy name of Lord Gauranga, and chant the holy name of the Lord with complete faith. That is what is required to attain the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And he's so merciful. He is so merciful that he's coming and delivering all the living entities. In fact, Chaitanya, Srila Prabhupada, when he was in Australia, he saw that the devotees were trying to serve the deities, and it was not possible for them to come to the proper standard. So he installed Gaur-Nitai deities, and just by seeing the Gaur-Nitai deities, he was praying to these deities that you have come to such a place where people are meat eaters, or people are so down to earth, that how can they be delivered? Only by your mercy is that these living entities can be delivered. And he was almost crying when he was praying to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. So today is the day that we pray to Nityananda Prabhu, so that he bestows his blessings, the mercy upon all of us, and especially on all the living entities, and empower us. Without his Shakti, because he is Guru Tattva also, we will not touch this aspect of Guru Tattva, but without his mercy, it's not possible for us to have our relationship with Krishna. So we pray that he just by having his very wonderful glance, and very wonderful mercy upon all the living entities, it is we that we can get the love of Godhead, or the love what every living entity is hankering for. That love can be achieved only by Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. We can become happy, we can become full of ananda only by Nityananda's mercy. Hare Krishna. So it's like 9 o'clock now, and please. Hare Krishna. This was before Ramkeli, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had gone to Vrindavan. So he takes a detour and he goes to Ramkeli. And during that time, Lord Nityananda Prabhu is the one who is also accompanying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So before approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is that they approach Nityananda Prabhu for approaching Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is exactly the place. It's the Ramkeli only. That they approach Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami. First they approach Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, And this is where then Nityananda Prabhu take them to took both of them to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and there the complete pastime has been. There is one slok exactly in Chaitanya Charitamrita that they first came and approached Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, and then Nityananda Prabhu took them to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for the meeting, and there it's been very completely elaborate pastime how they keep the grass in between the teeth with with covering their neck with the towel and then falling flat with and offering such great prayers that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells that your humility is breaking my heart. So this pastime is there. There is one slok in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. 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 Yeah. Get in Nityananda. Yes. Yes. Mercy without approaching Nityananda. Yes, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Antelila, it comes. Thank you for adding such wonderful flavor to it.
Hare Krishna, you mentioned in the beginning of the class that, Lord Krishna is asking them to surrender, and that's a qualification of his mercy. But Lord Chaitanya is only asking them to chant the holy name, and that's his qualification. But then you also said that Lord Nityananda is just asking, he's actually engaging us in chanting. He says, just don't offend Vaishnavas. But then later you also said that the way to get Lord Nityananda's mercy is also to chant.
Chant.
So can you describe a little bit more how it is that Lord Nityananda is more merciful than Lord Chaitanya, and also what is the best way to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he as a sannyasi, he could not travel to certain places to give the mercy. Like one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go, in a shop where all the people were drinking liquor, and Srivas Thakur he prayed to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that, oh Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please don't go in that place. If you go in that place, I will drown myself immediately in Ganges. Because what will happen is people will misunderstand your pastime. That you are trying to go in that place to deliver this drunkard people actually. Those who are very, very fallen. But people will misunderstand you. So that is why you cannot go in that place now. But then you can send someone else. And that is Nityananda Prabhu, if you see, he can travel to all different places. In fact, he can travel to different places and he can give this mercy to all the people because he was instructed by Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was traveling, in fact, Jagai Madai, they were the most drunkard people actually. So he could go to the people who were drunkard also. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never went to people who were very down to earth. So it was in that way Nityananda Prabhu's mercy is very, very merciful. In fact, for approaching Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly, it was Lord Nityananda Prabhu's mercy was required always. And Nityananda Prabhu is very, very merciful, and his mercy can be approached, and it's very easy to get his mercy just by, having faith that, that Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord, and then just following this instruction of his, by that, we chant the holy name of the Lord. And it's, in fact, Gauranga Mahaprabhu also tells that, you need to chant the holy name of the Lord without offending devotees. But here he's asking, just have Shraddha. He's asking that, with faith you chant the holy name of Lord Gauranga, and if with faith you chant the name of the Lord, then, you can achieve the mercy of Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu. This is what is my understanding. You can ask some senior devotees to give more light upon this thing. Tulsi Prabhu, you can add something if you like. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Nityananda Ram ki Jai, Nityananda त्रयोदशी Mahotsav ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Samveda Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Hare Jai.